Oh, man. Ronnie. You people are really something else, I'll tell you. But then again, you could prove to me that Ryan's a psychopath. No, we know. At least two of you are psychopaths. Maybe just one, but there's at least two of you. Maybe. Like, Ronnie, how could you let that gobble put videos up about your son? Did you see the latest one? It's concerning your daughter, Ronnie. Like, did your son Ryan not put a video up with messages from Gobble saying he was going to hit your daughter up? Ryan never said Gobble hit your daughter up. Said he threatened to hit your daughter up. That's two different things. So how did Ryan ruin Dagburn's life by telling the truth? And why does Dagburn get so damn mad when you call him a pedo? That should be concerning, but it's not. I mean, you can call me that, and I'll laugh in your face and say, give me the proof. But I guess that's the difference between me and most other people, Ronnie. But hey, let's get back to your psychopathic ways, just in case you're not psychopathic, and it is Ryan. Ryan has got me really fooled, and maybe I'm just part of the cult. I don't know. He does talk about magic all the time, eh, Ronnie? Hey, Ronnie, did Ryan ever have any spiritual experiences as a child? Could you answer that for me in my comments? I think Patty mentioned it. But hey, here. Let's hear from you some more, bud.
He didn't have to do that. I mean, if what he's saying true, it's all going to come out. And to just go on there and bash.
Yeah, you're right. If he's saying what is true, it will all come out. Remember, Ronnie, your son says that he's doing a movie. And he's showing everything. So when they put the movie together, there's no lies. It's all there, Ronnie. So think about what you're doing, Ronnie.
Just like that. It's not right, man. I don't care how much you hate somebody. I don't know how, so.
No, what you do is you let people steal millions of dollars from you, and you don't say a word and you keep it hush-hush. So there's a possibility of other people getting hurt. Because if Patty is the psychopath that I think she is, and she was willing to do that to her son, she was nice to her son too. Just imagine if she could do that to her son, what she could do to you. If you really think about it. Hey, back to you, Ronnie.
But, so I was the bad dad, you know. I never raised my kids, your mama did. Thank God for Judy and Willie Burgess.
Now, you're not saying that Gail lied. No, you're not saying that. You're going to pull out some heartstrings here, though. Because you know how to do that, don't you, Ronnie? Know how to pull out the old heartstrings, get someone to, you know where their weak spot is.
I mean, thank God for them. They didn't just help me. They helped every fucking body. Willie didn't say no to nobody. He helped everybody he could. I make a living. I make more money.
Hey, he had to have been a good man. Look how Ryan turned out. Didn't he raise Ryan? Isn't that what Gail said?
Doctors do in a year. I owe all that to Willie Burgess. The living that I do,
Pulling at some heartstrings. If Ryan's not lying, this is disgusting.
was taught to me by that man. If he was alive right now, I can only imagine what he'd be saying.
No,
But I guarantee
I don't want to speak for the man, but I don't know. I'm going to put myself in his shoes and I'm thinking, if I had already raised your kid for you, and you were a deadbeat, and I knew deep down in my heart that my daughter was a deadbeat, that if he was here today, I don't know. I don't even want to say. I would think if I were him, I'd say, you and Patty need to get your fucking shit together. Because one day I'm not going to be here for him and he's going to need parents. So maybe that's why he tried to persuade you or help you to become the man you are today. So that maybe one day you could be useful to your son. I don't know. I probably went off there because I feel bad talking about something like that. But I just can't believe that if Ryan's telling the truth, that you would put on a performance like this.
one fucking thing. He'd be trying to fix it. He wouldn't be on here bitching and raising hell. He'd be trying to fix it.
Probably would. Probably be grabbing you and Patty by the ear saying, fucking smarten the fuck up. Don't be a bunch of dipshits. Get your shit together. You're grown fucking adults. Treat your son with some respect. Look what he's managed to accomplish without your help.
Judy, I'm sorry that I can only imagine what the mothers, the grandparents are doing. Like my dad's dad too. So I can only imagine what these grandparents are going through. And Judy and Mama, but I don't know what's going on with my son.
Well, you want everybody to think he's on drugs, but you haven't seen him on drugs.
You know,
But
you said
somehow
I'm
he's
just
on
acting
drugs.
like a badass. I've never fucking been a badass. I don't.
Okay, you've just spent 2 fucking videos full of telling everybody what a badass you are and how your son has wrote songs about your life being a badass. Like, you got some fucking... Listen, just in case Upchurch is ever listening, you might want to consider a conveyorship or a conservatorship or whatever it is on your parents, buddy. It might be a fucking little bit fucking Looney Tune. I know me saying I'm a chosen one sounds fucking Looney Tunes, but I ain't hurting nobody, buddy. I ain't hurting nobody. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help warn the world that maybe it's in trouble. I ain't hurting anybody. I'm only searching the truth. That's all. That's all I want. But back to you, Ronnie.
Yeah, badass. Man. I mean, you talk like a gangster. What the fuck happened to you? I mean, really?
Anybody heard Ryan talk like a gangster? Just stop fucking with me and get the fuck out of my way. Or you're gonna end up being hurt in the end. I think that's the message. I don't think it's been very gangster. I don't think he's talking curb stomping and shit like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing some videos. Whoops.
Anyways, that's your life you're living. I'm living mine. I shouldn't even have said that. You know, I really shouldn't. I'm trying to be a better person on here. But
Always trying to be the better person, eh, Ronnie?
this whole internet thing, man, it's stupid. It really is stupid.
Now, Ronnie, that's the first intelligent thing I've heard you say. This is so fucking stupid. Your buddy Psychobabble and all that shit. Like, even the gotcha man seeing it. And I think he's seeing that your son might not be the problem that he thinks your son is. He might be seeing what the actual problem is. Because I think what it is you hit a sore spot. I think old gotcha man has some daddy issues. And he was actually really pulling for you, Ronnie. I think he bit onto your bullshit, hook, line, and sinker, because he knows what it's like to have a deadbeat dad that isn't proud of him or realizes what he's accomplished or what a good family he has. That's a gotcha man. He wanted to believe in you, Ronnie, and you fucked him over too, didn't you?
Be on here trying to help each other. You know, why does
I
it have
agree,
to
Ronnie.
be such a negative thing?
I'm trying to bring positivity to the situation, Ronnie.
No matter what the hell they're
Bringing the
talking about.
negativity to light.
Pushing
Your
somebody
negativity
down.
and Patty's.
It's sad. It's really fucking sad. No, Gil, I'm not a badass. No, I'm not. Never have been. Never been a bully.
And you've already told us you beat up a kid. And you beat him up terribly because he said something mean about your mommy. Like, you're not a... Like, dude, I don't know. Like, that story you told about Ryan running away when guns went off and you stayed and chased people through the woods. Did you have anybody to corroborate that? That sounds a little far-fetched, but I'm quite sure there's a police report or something like that, right? I mean, if you weren't able to get a man to strip down to nothing, you should have been able to get a cop or something, or Ryan would have went and grabbed the cops or something, right? Something would have happened, right? You wouldn't just let somebody get away with it and so they could come back and repay you or whatever, right? I don't know. I don't know the whole story or whatever. I just know your side of things, Ronnie, and you seem to be a little bit of a fibber, but maybe you did put that gun to the kid's head and
My kids, if my Brian and them, they know this. All 5 of my kids know that if they bullied anybody and I found out about it, I would beat their ass in front of whoever they did it to. You know, remember Ryan when he was in school?
you'll let Gobblehead try and bully your kid. Makes sense, buddy. You'll give information to Gotcha Man to bully your kid, but you've made sure your kids won't bully anybody. Okay.
And he was getting bullied. The first kid that he broke from bullying him. Man, I was so proud of him. He was scared to death. He said, Daddy, the boy's twice my size. He was in the 1st grade. May have been in K grade, but I think he was in 1st grade. Ryan, you remember this.
Oh, he's going to give a touching story about Ryan.
And you said, this kid's throwing rocks at me because I'm playing with a poor kid. And I remember that poor kid. I used to feel so sorry for him. But teachers wouldn't do nothing about it. You know, we told you to go back, and I hope you remember this, but
It sucks being a poor kid, Ronnie. You're right. Not saying I was really poor, but things weren't great, but there were kids poorer than me, so kids have it. There's just a lot of kids today that have it a lot worse than I did, too. Not being raised right, that's for sure, Ronnie. Maybe it's because their parents are dipshits like you.
told you to make sure you told the teacher when they did it, and you said they do. I did, but all they're talking about is soap operas. And so I taught you how to throw a punch. And I told you that if they did it again, that you tell that kid, if you throw rocks at me, I have to defend myself. He goes to school the next day. I get a phone call. I'm thinking, oh shit. My son done got beat up by some big old kid. I get down to the school. I go in. He's sitting in the office on a little bench. He looks scared to death. And the principal says, Mr.
Pause.
You cannot teach your kids to hit other kids. I looked at Ryan and I said, is it the same kid? He said, yes, sir. And I said, did he throw rocks at you again? He said, yes, sir. I said, did you tell the teacher? He said, yes, sir. And I said, did you tell the kid that you was going to defend yourself? And he said, yes, sir. And I said,
oh, wait. I think I got a proud moment. I haven't seen this part.
he said he wouldn't stop throwing rocks at us, so I hit him like you told me. Now, I see this kid when I come into school, who I think's in like the 4th grade, standing against the wall. Never thinking that this kid. And I realized that, damn, this is the kid. And I'm thinking, holy shit, I'm glad he didn't get his ass stoned. And then I hear the kid's dad outside, basically saying he was going to whip my ass. Well, the police show up, and of course, he get me down the road for a few minutes. And I explained.
Okay. I thought this was going to be a touching story about Ryan. But it turns into Ronnie. I can't even watch anymore. Ronnie's such a tool bag. I mean, he's trying to talk to his son, and I don't get it. I don't get it. That should have been a proud moment for him. That's when he should have said, I was so proud of my kid. And he stood up for himself, and the kid was so much bigger, and he's still doing it today. He's knocking giants down. He's like going head to head against country music right now. He's swinging back at him, and it's back to Ronnie. But I still got to do the review of Ronnie's other video with Dagburn. Remember, Ronnie, remember, Dagburn had intentions to message your daughter. There are text messages or some sort of messages on your son's phone that say so. But you're going to allow him to talk smack about your kid. When your kid did no wrong, he only told the truth. And you're letting everybody hear about how your kid ruined Johnny Gobble's life by making up lies, calling him a pedo. No, your son did not call him a pedo. Johnny Gobble has called himself a pedo. Johnny assumes Ryan's calling him a pedo because Ryan told everybody that Johnny had said that he was going to hit up his little sister. You get how wrong this is, Ronnie, and how you're defending this little tool bag, this little helper of Patty's. You people are sick. Sometimes I hope it's just Ryan that's sick and twisted. And that way I can stop and there's not all these horrible people that just make shit up for the fun of it, to hurt somebody, to gain something for themselves. You people are horrible. Disgusting.